In this episode of Financial Literacy for Beginners, we're going to be talking about why you can't save money. Cue the intro. I got a bone to pick. I got a bone to pick with basically, the education, the financial education that, most of us have endured, throughout our time, throughout our history. I think, it's so subpar and it's so misleading for a lot of people, and it just leads us down the wrong roads and wrong paths, financially. And, a lot of it can be changed with just simple, foundational understandings. And, one of the things that, really kind of bothers me, one of my pet peeves is, how we're taught to just save our money and put it in the bank and, not really understand, why we're saving money or, how that really translates to something that helps us. And I'm not saying, saving is bad. I think, saving money is a good thing specifically when you're saving for a goal, a specific goal, and you have a real attainable, way to save for that particular thing. I think that is a very, useful thing, can be very useful. But I think one of the things that we don't understand as people who kind of enter into the working world or enter into, life financially, one of the things we're not taught is that, saving is not going to make you rich. It's not going to get you to the point of financial freedom or, even a point of, just being able to, kind of live off of what you save. The prime problem is that we tend to spend more than we make. Now there are, the 1% or 2% or whatever that, make a lot more money than, just the 99% or the people or most people who are working, at regular jobs, or most people who, make less of an income. At large, people who are working regular jobs or working jobs who don't make, billions of dollars a year, tend to have a notion of saving that revolves around, if I save this amount of money, I'm gonna be able to buy this or, maintain this certain lifestyle. And what people find a lot of times, specifically people who, retire or try to retire, is that their retirement income, the money that they save, does not cover their lifestyle. So, not for a long period of time. Now, it may do it for a couple years, few years or whatever, but, if you don't have that same amount of money coming in that you had when you were kind of in your working years, you're eventually going to get to the point where you're going to run out of money. So, one of the things that, I want to, talk about is not saving money, but investing money. And I know that, especially now, a lot is being talked about in terms of investing. And I know a lot of people are being introduced to the investing world through a lot of different means. You have apps like Robinhood, Webull, and what have you, that are introducing people to the notion of investing in stocks and things like that. But I think at the core, the investing that I want to talk about is just investing, period. Whether that be in yourself or any of those other mechanisms, I think it's very important that we get to the point that we have to understand that I'm not going to be able to sustain myself off of just saving. I'm not going to be able to retire off of just saving. That I have to start to create these engines that create revenue for me even when I'm not working. And I know a lot of people, kind of equate that to passive income or whatever, but I think in my mind, I want people to understand it even on a more basic level. You have to create other income sources that allow you to grow your money or grow your revenue or grow your financial situation in a way that it grows without you having to do a lot of work or have to work as you did when you were in your working years. If your goal is to stop working at some point and stop trading a lot of your time for money, it is imperative that you understand how to invest in yourself, how to invest in things that will allow you to financially get to a place where money is not an obstacle. And I think that is one of the places that I think a lot of people want to get to, but we don't think about it because we're not taught in a way about our finances that allows us to be in that frame of mind. If you're taught, hey, no, money is for doing XYZ, and you just work this job, and we're gonna save for you. We're gonna take your money. The bank is gonna take your money, and we're gonna give you that 1 to 2% interest over whatever period of time, and that's all you need. When you're taught that, and you go into that blindly, and you start to live that lifestyle, you may be even enjoying your lifestyle that you're in your working years. But when it unravels is when you either lose your main source of income, or you get to a point where you have other bills that kind of eclipse your income, or you just get to the point where you're out of your working years and you get older and you want to retire. That's when things start to unravel, and you start to see, wait a minute, I'm not going to have enough money. I'm not going to be able to do the things that I want to do, under this current situation. So you start to have to then figure out ways to supplement that income and bring in other incomes, and continue working in a lot of instances. But I want to tell you, there's a way around that. There are ways around it. It's very important now. If you are listening to this right now, the most important thing you can do for yourself right now while you're working is to start to think, how am I going to invest in myself? How am I going to invest in my future? Put some eggs in that basket. Really start to think about, because the funny thing is, the time we're living in right now, it has never been as easy as it is right now to invest. Never has been this easy. As long as I've been living, as long as I've seen historically, the historical data that I've seen, it's never been this easy, because there are so many mechanisms that in place, and so many avenues in place that we can use to kind of get ourselves out of debt, get ourselves to a place of financial understanding and financial freedom, that it's really up to you to really make that decision. Once you have been exposed to that mindset, it is really up to you. And that's the thing that I want to drill in right here, is I want to expose you to the mindset, because that, in my opinion, is what's lacking. A lot of people just have not been exposed to a mindset of financial freedom. And we're living day in and day out, and we're going through this process. And, in your gut, you may know something is wrong. In your gut, you may feel like, hey, this doesn't feel right. I don't feel right, working the job I'm at, or I don't feel right, just saving my money with this institution and, doing these things. I don't feel right. In your gut, you may feel that. And what that is that's the truth trying to peek its way out. That's trying to tell you that your understanding of how money works is flawed. And it's very important that you start to get on another path, in another frame of mind, so that you understand where you're going to go from there. And that's the thing. Once you understand, once you figure out, hey, I can't continue just saving money or just doing what I'm doing, I need to change what I'm doing, then you have the opportunity to move forward in another direction. And that's exactly where I think we all need to be. I think that's a great place to be. And I know it's possible for everybody to do it. I hope this has been extremely helpful for someone. And until we talk again, I wish you health, wealth, and freedom.